Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the SU-8, the Tier 6 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the southwest spawn of Glacier and it's under the command of pr154. And as you may know, he's a community contributor in the Australian and New Zealand server, the SEA server. Now, he's going to a very unusual firing position, but this might work actually. He is behind a tree, so he's fairly well hidden from the enemy, and looks like his first target's going to be a KV-1. He's got a 152mm howitzer capable of 550 alpha and penetrating 38mm of armor. Rounds out. Well, he managed to track the KV-1, both his tracks. Unfortunately, we lost sight of him just after he got hit. Standard reload time for this Arty is 19.65 seconds. That makes it one of the fastest at Tier 6 now, other than, of course, the FP304, the Burt. Second target looks like it's going to be the Snoop Drive, but before we can even get a shot in, that guy's taken out by our VK2801. So, who's going to be next? We did see a Porlac tank. Oh, but there's an enemy chappie who's right down in the southeast corner of the map. And pr154's just seen him. Oh, he just got smacked by the Fifi on our team, the 105 FH18B2. Rounds out. And before the shell arrives, he gets wiped out by a Striv 74, but it was right on target. So, yes, if pr154 had been a fraction of a second faster, he would have got a kill, but sadly, unfortunately, he missed out on it. Somebody was just a little bit quicker than he was. Oh, and that's a good hit, though. T54. T34 took a nice hit there for, well, he actually took 224, but then he took 3 hits afterwards, so he picked up a load of stun assist. Okay, we're looking over here because a Cromwell was seen in this general area. There's a Baguette Panther, the Bretagne Panther. It's the French version of the German Panzer V. Direct hit. Only 118 hit points though. So I suspect it actually hit the tracks on the side of the vehicle. Also seeing a Cromwell retreating behind the rocks. And we did see a Striv M4257 for a brief moment, but he's gone out of sight. Okay, over by the underneath the rocks, we've got a KV-1 now. Tier 5 Soviet heavy. Rounds out. Well, it went in the right direction, but we've lost sight of the target. So, yes, that's the Fifi firing in again. Our Striv 74 should spot that KV-1 very shortly by proximity. Yes, he's close enough now. pr154's lining his shot up because it looks like the KV-1 senses he can kill the Striv. That may be a mistake, though, because he's actually got 3 tanks aiming for him. And yes, he's starting to suffer now. And the kill shot comes in from an SU-100. Meanwhile, a Panzer IV Austra H is also getting a healthy dose of shells coming in his direction. But we lose the Striv 74, unfortunately. Yes, I don't think that KV-1 really realised that there was actually a number of tanks all aiming in the same area, and that he was actually vulnerable to some pretty heavyweight tanks, especially that tank destroyer, the SU-100. We're now trying to hit the Porlac tank, and I think it's the T1 Heavy has actually asked for fire on the Porlac. And pr154 is trying to dial it in, but it's just a little too far away from the blast radius. Well, the shell goes long, and he gets some stun, but he doesn't get anything else out of it. The blast radius for this shell is 6.7 meters. So he should be able to get it close enough to actually do some damage. you probably get some splash, but if the guy backs up, he might be able to get a shell right into his rear. Well, he's taking fire from enemy tanks in the northwest corner, and that was close enough to get 88 hit points of splash. Oh, and that was a direct hit there from the Fifi on our team. Just tracked the guy as well. Gonna fire another one in. And some more splash. 31 hit points now. And the Fifi will benefit from that because he tracked the vehicle. And this is another one from the Fifi for 154 this time. And I think he's low enough on hit points that pr154 might be able to get a kill. Rounds out. Yes, he got a splash kill. Knocked him out with splash. Okay, there's still 6 enemy tanks out there. We're up by 2. The Striv M4257's come a long way down to the south. And you can see there's a number of our tanks all around this guy. And he probably hasn't taken that into account, just like the KV-1. Rounds out. It got some splash on him for 29, stunned him. There he is again, just popped up, came around the corner. Oh, that was brutal. The SU-100 just blew him to pieces. So one round must have hit his ammo rack, and that was the end of him. Now we're looking for the Cromwell and the Baguette Panther. They were last seen in this vicinity. No other sign at the moment. Down to 5 now on the enemy team. That's the Fifi firing. I can hear it in the shells flying through the air. He fires into the gap. Well, if there was somebody there, then they would have been hit by the splash, but somebody's firing up in that direction. The shells seem to stop. So it does indicate there is somebody in that corner looking through those bushes. It probably is the Cromwell. I would think it's the Cromwell. We lost a couple of tanks that are actually in the northwest corner, and we've only got the AMX ELC up on top of the carriers. So I think the Cromwell was hitting the enemy tanks, or our tanks that were coming from that direction. There's the M41. Now remember, he's got a 155mm howitzer, but he probably will get taken out by that Stug unless he gets shotgunned, and he does. But it's not enough to kill him, and I think the Stug will now tear that M41 apart. Here comes the Baguette to try and rescue him. And that's a direct hit for 191. He goes down. And yes, pr154 picks up the stun assist off that one. So he's getting a healthy balance of actual damage, stun assist, and also assistance. Only 3 left on the enemy team. The SU-8, the Hellcat, and the Cromwell. And the Hellcat's in the center of the map. He managed to get behind our guys somehow. Okay, PR's trying to dial in on him quickly as he can. Lines it up. Leading target, rounds out. Oh, good hit. 252. We did get spotted. But the Hellcat goes down with a shot there from the Fifi. And that means now there's only 2 left. There's the SU-8. We're not loaded yet, but we might be able to... No, we can't get anything out of that. Our shell goes in just a little late. And that means now the only remaining enemy tank is a Cromwell. And he must be up in the northeast corner of the map because there's nobody else, nowhere else. And he's knocking trees down as he goes. So we know where he is. There he is. Rounds out. Oh, it falls well short of the target. He was aiming much further over, so RNG was not kind there. And the Cromwell's about to go. That's it. Game over. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first-class tanker for pr154 in the SU-8. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 11 in that game, as well as a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and that's despite the fact that he actually killed the Porlac tank as well with a splash kill. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see from the team score that the highest damage in the game actually went to the Hellcat on the enemy team. He got 2,303 hit points, so probably him and the Baguette Panther were the 2 tanks who are actually hitting our guys coming in from the northwest corner of the map, because the Baguette came in second with 1,918 to the Hellcat's 2,303. In third place, we've got the Ram 2, managed to get 1,655 hit points. So, yes, that little premium tank was actually working quite well. When it came to kills, we can see the Baguette managed to get 4 kills out of that game. 3 kills went to the Stug Dry Aslains on our own team. And then there was a number of tanks who managed to get 2 kills, including the Ram 2, the Fifi on our team, the SU-100, and the T1 Heavy. And when it came to XP, we can see that the highest scoring one was the Ram 2 with 938. The Stug Dry Aslains got 903, and in third place was pr154 with 856. He also managed to get 1,069 hit points of damage and 1 kill, the Porlac. So let's have a look at detail. Well, in detail report, we can see he fired 16 rounds of ammunition, so he didn't get close to his full ammo count of 26. He still had 10 rounds spare at the end of the game. He got 3 direct hits on the enemy, 12 splash, damage of 1,069 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 7 of the enemy, killed 1, there's the Confederate. 532 hit points of damage assistance, and 74.08 seconds of stun duration. 865 hit points of stun assist of 10 stuns. Now, he earned 36,618 credits on a premium count, and he got 90,000 credits for completing a mission, so it was 126,618 credits altogether. And after ammunition resupply, and this ammo is relatively cheap, he still made a profit of 113,658 credits for the game, and he got 12,662 added to his credit reserve, which he'll pick up at the end of the week. He got 1,284 XP for the battle, ×2 for the first victory of the day, and ×3 for manageable bonus to experience. So he actually came away with 6,420 experience points altogether. So that was a really solid game for pr154. And as a community contributor, he actually does play all different types of vehicles. So he has a lot of experience in each vehicle. And this is the sort of game that I would expect from pr154, because he can actually just repeat this on a regular basis and pump these games out. I think if you get a first class and a Confederate, you're doing well in any particular Arty. And if you can get an ace tanker, even better. There are a few really top players who get aces on a regular basis as well. But I mean, most of those guys have 3 marks of excellence on their barrels, and they play Arty all day. So yes, it's a little easier for them to get ace tankers than it is for the mere mortals of the game. So, well done to pr154. Thanks for sending in the replay, and thanks again for keeping copies of the screen prints at the end of the game. If we're going to get these replays done in the near future, for the continuing future, we are going to have to keep screen prints of our best games and hold on to them so that the content creators can then produce videos based on the results. Because otherwise, at the moment, the way that wargaming is not really so concerned about making sure that the replay sites work efficiently and actually do reproduce the results, we're going to have to rely on the players to actually send us the material, which we can then put together a video like this. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. It was a fairly good one. Well, fairly good one. It was a very good one. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.